We just gonna walk. I came out to my favorite place to be alone, to be in quietness. And I started to come out here and talk about something else, and I'll just save that for another day. But I came here to talk about how Jesus has never turned away. So, backstory. I'm training right now at my job, and I have a trainee that we're having a rough patch, and it's teaching me a lot about patience. But today is Tuesday, but Monday, the camel almost broke his back. But I knew that before I let my feelings, which are fleeting, get in the way, let me hand her off to a much wiser person at my job. Because I would never want someone, in this example I'm giving, to not have a job because I'm emotional. So she goes with this wiser man, and I don't know what they're talking about. I didn't ask questions. I just knew I needed to hand her off. Sometimes we need to realize when we've reached our point, and before we bust, we hand it off, or we walk away, or we just pause. Because sometimes we go full speed ahead, and and it becomes chaos. Something we can't handle now. We thought we couldn't handle it before, but because we went full speed ahead, now it's chaos. So today's my off day, and as I'm just relaxing, I woke up feeling good. Back kind of hurting, but I woke up feeling good, So I watched a podcast, The Basement with Tim Ross. It's the one he put out on 9/11. So I'm watching it. And he gets to this part in the podcast where he's telling a story, and then he ends it with, "That demon sees me." And I had to pause to laugh. You know how something be so real, so honest, you get so much clarity from it that you can't do anything but laugh. Because you're just like, oh my gosh, thank you. Because what I've been noticing and what I'm going through, or what I've been through, that's what it was. The demon, that evil spirit, knowing you trying to do good, but it's right there antagonizing you, right there hitting on all your triggers. Because every day is a test. Every day is a test to see how much faith we have in God. Every day. For when we get mad at drivers, for when we get mad at coworkers, for when we get mad with children, parents, spouse, whomever, the world. It is a test every day to see if we have faith, meaning do we have trust that God says he would do what he said he would do in his timing. So I'm not going to go on a rant on that. So it gets to that part. So because I had to pause, I get up out the bed and I walk around. I use the restroom, and I literally am about to press play. My phone rings, and I see it's my trainee. And I answer it. And I'm speaking because I felt good today, so I'm not speaking in a nasty tone or nothing. And guys, immediately, she apologizes for her actions, for her behavior, for not listening, for thinking she knew what was right, but never been at this job before. She gave examples of where she was wrong. Guys, when I tell you, I've never had someone sincerely apologize to me give examples of where they were wrong. And I held my composure, but I told her I was going to cry about it later. And I've been crying about it since then, because it's just tears of joy. Because all my life, I felt that I wasn't seen. I felt like I wasn't heard. I felt like because I didn't have as much experience as a lot of people felt like my information was invalid. And I say that because no one ever took it. But they'll listen to someone else and it'll be the same thing. But because of everything I just listed, they didn't heed my advice. And so I grew up with that, still having that go on right now as a 36-year-old woman. But I'm working on that because I'm admitting that to people and to myself that that's a trigger for me. And what God did in this moment, because let me tell you how my morning started off. So I'm gonna go back up. It started off, I had got a notification on one of my videos, and this guy wrote a paragraph. I ain't never got no paragraph, even from folks I knew, you know? And in his verbiage, he's using the words, I see you, I hear you, I like where you're going, I like what you're doing. And man, it made me feel wanted. I can't describe how that opened my heart for the rest of the day. And so it just started from there. So back to current time. God is amazing, because when he works quick, you got to be paying attention. That's why that last video say pay attention, because you'll miss the beauty he just did. Now for a week and a half, I've really been saying, I haven't been seen, I haven't been heard, over and over again. I'm getting to the point where, am I even doing it correctly? Show me how to do it correctly. What I need to change about me. Go through that whole rigmarole. And in today's time, he showed me. He told me. He showed me first by this morning having that message. And he told me by the words that were coming out of her mouth. I just feel amazing. And that just goes to show, when you are doing your best to be connected with the Father, he has never turned away. Because soon as we die to our flesh and give it all to him, he will reveal that he's been right there beside you all along. And so as I was walking, it made me think about that picture. Some of us may have it in our grandma's house. That picture where it says the footsteps or the footprints. He's never left our side, yo. So as I'm walking, he's walking with me. He's walking with me. He knows what I am feeling. He knows what my mind is playing in my head. And he's saying to me, keep fighting. Don't let the demon take you. I will trigger you, but I do this in love. He only disciplines. He only gives hardship to people he know he has chose to bring people to his kingdom. Keep fighting on, because he's right there. So anytime we have felt alone, that was a lie we told ourselves, that we believed, because if we kept walking, if we kept pushing through, we would have realized he was right there the whole time. Right there the whole time. So I just wanted to say that he is good. He is good. He is good. He is good.